The Celtics, according to the initial report, banned a fan who said the N-word at DeMarcus Cousins. But why a 2-year, rather than lifetime ban? Chris Forsberg of NBC Sports Boston: "This seems reasonable. Racist heckling should be unacceptable. It should be addressed immediately and investigated thoroughly. But fairness matters, too. It wouldn't be fair to implement harsh punishment without clear evidence." The Celtics seemingly released this statement because they faced criticism for not banning the fan longer. Even if the fan said the N-word, I don't think a lifetime ban would have automatically been appropriate. People can learn from their errors. After signing LeBron James, the Lakers emphasized tough-mindedness, playmaking and defense in building his supporting cast. Complementary shooting was de-emphasized. That meant signing players like Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley. The results have been horrendous. Those players just aren't good enough even at the skills the Lakers coveted. Exacerbating the problem, those players also fit poorly with LeBron, who predictably took the ball back into his own hands. The Cavaliers and Heat showed how well shooters complement LeBron. He's lethal with space, and his forceful drives, passing ability creates numerous open long-range looks. If those shooters can also defend, that LeBron-led team is on the path to contention. Instead, LeBron's floor mates shot just 33% on three-pointers this season. That's by far the lowest in the last dozen years, as far back as NBA.com has data. Here's the three-point shooting of LeBron's floor mates by season. Dave McMenamin of ESPN: "What did James think of the Lakers' grand experiment? How did he view the idea of prioritizing playmaking over shooting? That experiment," James said of the roster construction for his first season in LA. James stared out onto the court for a moment, turned his attention back to the conversation, pursed his lips and stuck out his tongue as he trumpeted air out of his mouth, making a raspberry sound. THPPBP. Before signing with the Lakers, LeBron put out word he wanted to play off the ball more. Lakers president Magic Johnson said LeBron signed off on the team's additions last summer. And this is the response now that the plan, predictably, failed. This is the difficulty of managing LeBron. He sometimes has roster input, but he's not there to take blame when moves go wrong. He has earned that power. LeBron brings so much positive to an organization, the people around him must deal with the drawbacks. It can just be frustrating. It's Johnson's job, though. He must get the Lakers to the next stage. On the bright side, the Lakers signed all these ill-fitting players to only one-year contracts. As I wrote last summer about the Lakers' plan for this season, I'm doubtful. At least the Lakers have the young players Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart, and cap space next summer to retool if this plan fails. Dirk Nowitzki keeps saying he hasn't decided to retire after this season. Everyone else keeps assuming he will. The harshest assessment came from NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who named Nowitzki, and Dwayne Wade, who already announced his impending retirement, specially added All-Stars. Silver said of Nowitzki, "I saw him painfully running up and down the court, and I think it was clear that this was going to be his last season." Count Mavericks owner Mark Cuban among those planning on Nowitzki to retire. Cuban on The Speed of the Game with Dan Gilbert podcast: "He's feeling better now, so I think it's not 100% certain. Which is going to create real problems, because we have this killer last game for him, the whole thing set up. So, we'll just get it twice. That's okay. It's up to him. Whatever he wants to do." Maybe Cuban really doesn't know what Nowitzki will do. "But I take these plans for Dallas' final home game, against the Suns on April 9th, as indication Nowitzki will retire. I've suspected Nowitzki decided to retire but doesn't want the hoopla of a farewell tour. So, he hasn't preemptively announced anything. He could have still privately informed people like Silver and Cuban. But Nowitzki also might truly want to leave the door open for returning. It'd be cool if he comes back. His 21 seasons are tied with Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Kevin Willis and Robert Parrish for the most ever. Another year would push Nowitzki ahead, or at least keep him tied with Carter. And if the Mavericks have to honor him twice, that wouldn't be so bad. LeBron James signed with the Lakers for many reasons. They play in sunny Los Angeles, where he has a home. They're near Hollywood. They're arguably the NBA's most prestigious franchise. I doubt it was because of Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart. Especially because LeBron to the Lakers became viewed as an eventuality before the Lakers got any of those young players. And maybe LeBron's interest in that quartet didn't change much even after arriving in Los Angeles. Dave McMenamin of ESPN, one team source told ESPN that they didn't feel as though James fully engaged with the younger teammates prior to the trade deadline. That's only someone's opinion, man. You or I could look at the same interactions between LeBron and his teammates and deem it healthy. But there's plenty of circumstantial evidence McMenamin's source's view is accurate. LeBron repeatedly questioned his teammates. He openly courted Anthony Davis, which led the Lakers to offer most of their roster for the Pelican superstar and disrupted chemistry in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, LeBron showed hypocrisy. LeBron has sounded more pleased with his younger teammates lately. He even went out of his way to overemphasize their importance. He better hope it's not too late to instill positive working relationships with them. Which star is coming to Los Angeles? How much trade value do these young players hold anymore? Though they will and should continue to hunt for proven stars, the Lakers might be stuck developing from within. DeMarcus Cousins said fans have called him the N-word a few times. The Warriors center expressed dismay with the NBA repeatedly fining him for swearing at fans but not punishing fans who crossed the line. Once again, a player talking about misbehaving fans has advanced the situation. Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports, I was told by league sources that the incident occurred while the Warriors were in Boston, January 26, that game. During that game, there was a fan who muttered the N-word at DeMarcus Cousins. And I was told DeMarcus informed one of the team's security guys, and they got a hold of the security team there at TD Garden. They took care of the fan. But I was told that ultimately that fan was banned for the rest of this season and next year. I was told that the Warriors and DeMarcus were just informed about that recently. Good for the Celtics for handling this, though it's not completely clear they acted promptly enough. Teams will never completely prevent fans from crossing the line, but it's important to hold accountable those who do. Cousins, through the league, should have been told the fan was banned. Some of his resentment stemmed from a belief nothing was being done, because nobody informed him anything was being done. Cousins made a completely reasonable default assumption. In Utah, the Jazz just banned a fan a year after he repeatedly called Russell Westbrook boy, only after Westbrook made a big deal about a more recent fan interaction. Players have the power to spark change when they speak up. The change that should happen here, the NBA regularly communicating to players how misbehaving fans were handled. It's an easy way for the league to build trust with its players, and a way to hold teams accountable for their fans.